Water Walkers. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have happened upon our video, you can follow us and read more from us on www.waterwalkers29.com. So this week, Julie has been sharing with us things about planting and growing and harvesting. And so one of the things that resonated with me this week was about seeds, because I've shared with you many times this book that I read each morning for my devotion time, and it just so happens that on the 27th, the devotion was called Powerful Seed. And I wanted to read you this quote from Mark Batterson. It says, "I think faith is the small mustard seed of opportunities every day. For example, am I going to love this person? Am I going to share my faith with this person? Am I going to pray that little prayer?" It really is a daily thing where you seize those little mustard seed opportunities and then see what God does. And I just thought that just really resonated with me, especially since you were talking about planting and seeds and things like that. And it really does speak to, we really want these huge, wonderful, big, miraculous things to happen. And it's really about the day-to-day, tiny steps of faith that we take.
Yes, I love that. Love that.
And so what about you? What really stood out for you this week?
So one of my posts this week, I talked about flourishing and asked the question, are you in seed form or are you planted and flourishing? The scripture that I referenced that day was Psalm 92:13, the New Living Translation. "For they are transplanted to the Lord's own house. They flourish in the courts of our God." And so I just got to thinking about that question. I think as we grow in our faith and our journeys, that it's a constant renewal process, that we're never always going to be in seed form or planted or flourishing.
It's a constant thing.
Yes. And as we were talking about fall and the seasons last week, I thought this tied in. It's that time of year to buy. Can you guess what this is?
I think it's a mom.
Yes. So obviously you can't tell what color it's going to be because the flowers are still closed. And so even taking it further in that planting, growing, flourishing process, we may not understand or know what God is preparing up ahead. We may not know what things look like. We don't know if this is going to be purple or red or white or yellow.
It could turn brown if I was taking care of
it. If it lived on Deborah's front porch, it would be brown. So I know what color this is because I purchased it, but without having that little tag on it, and two, it's true at my house. If you plant it, depending on which part of the yard, we've had roses to change colors if we've planted it in different soil. So we never know what God is preparing us for. And I just think that that's a good way to look at. Not a bad thing if you're still in seed form or if you're planted or you're flourishing, because it's a constant renewal process. So I really enjoyed this week, and I think you're going to love next week as we go into the next 90 days of the year. Can you believe that?
Hard to believe we're getting to that point.
It is. All right. Well, we just encourage you to continue to like, share, subscribe, and now let's go walk on water.